Hello, this is Mr. Holly. We're going to be looking at an inequalities task today. We're essentially going to be testing a series of values to see if they would make our inequality true, as well as trying to write an inequality that would model the situation. So let's begin by reading the problem. Benjamin is considering taking a job at the fresh foods grocery store. The store pays its employees a $60 one-time bonus. I'm going to underline that. I think that's important information. In addition to an hourly pay rate of $8.40. So that is a rate. That tells me that we're going to be multiplying. Like that tells the idea of rate, $8.40 per hour. That's multiplication. Okay. Benjamin is working to save money for the class trip. Airfare, hotel, and food will cost $1,800. This looks like the total amount of money that it's going to cost him. He knows that he needs to make more than this amount in order to pay for the trip and have additional spending money for the trip. So here we are going to check to see which of the summer jobs would allow Benjamin to meet his goal of $1,800. Let's show our work and let's explain how we get there. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to kind of come up with an expression here that models the amount of money that Benjamin makes. The thing that we do not know, the thing we're trying to figure out is which summer job would have enough hours. Like this is our variable, the number of hours that he's going to be able to work. So $60 plus $8.40 an hour is our expression that describes how much money he's going to make. He's going to get a $60 one-time signing bonus, and then he's going to get $8.40 an hour. So I'm just kind of going to, let's extend this table over. Let's just, this might be kind of tight, but let's just extend it over. $60 plus $8.40 times 250. Let's see how much money that would be. $8.40 times 250 plus 60 is $2,160, and the cashier job that'd be enough hours. Let's check on the stock person job. $60 plus $8.40 times 210. Well, $8.40 times 210 hours is $1,764. So when I add $60, that would be $1,824, and that is enough hours. All right, let's check the deli. 60 plus $8.40 times 195 hours. $8.40 times 195 hours plus the $60 signing bonus. He would make $1,698, and that would not be enough money to cover his expenses. So no, the deli job is not going to work. All right, if the deli job did not work, the bakery job has fewer hours, so it definitely will not work. But we can go ahead and figure out how much money he would make. $8.40 times 180 hours plus $60 is $1,572. And the last one here is the bagger job. And let's think, is this one going to work? Like 210 hours was enough, 195 hours was not enough. Will 205, that's in between, it's 5 fewer hours than the stock person. I wonder if that'll work. You could probably rationalize that and figure it out. But let's go ahead and figure out exactly how much money he would make. $205 times $8.40 is $1,722 plus $60 is 1,782, and that's not going to be enough. He's not going to have enough hours as the bagger. I told you could probably rationalize when I was comparing these. I was thinking 5 hours fewer at about $8 an hour means it's going to be at least $40 less. $1,824, $40 would be fewer than $1,800. So you could have really just kind of thought through and eliminated this option. But these are our two options that work. He could do either the cashier or the stock person. And I think the work that we showed right here was sufficient, this work up top. And yeah, our reasoning, well, if he works at least 210 hours, he'll have greater than $1,800 for his pay. And if he works any of these less hour jobs, he would not have enough money. All right, describe the number of hours Benjamin must work to make exactly $1,800. I'm going to work that out over here to the side. So we said that the expression for what Benjamin makes is $60 plus $8.40 an hour. Well, if I want that to be exactly $1,800, I can just put equals 1,800. And now I can solve this like just a normal two-step equation. And this is 1740. So $1,740 divided by 8. That would be, I'm sorry, did I divide that? Make sure I divide that 8.4, excuse me. $1,740 divided by $8.40 an hour. So 8.4 dividing by 8.4. He would have to work, we're going to round this. Oh, no, I don't think we need to. 207, and it's decimal point 142,857, so that's 1/7. 1/7 doesn't go evenly into an hour, so maybe we'll just go ahead and use the decimal value. 207 hours and 14/100ths of the hour. Okay, so he would need to work this amount to make exactly $1,800. Now, what would he need to do to make more than $1,800? Well, if I had that same expression, 60 plus 8.4h, $60 plus $8.40 an hour, to make more than $1,800, I would just change this sign from an equal sign to an inequality sign. Now I'm trying to solve for what h would need to be for it to be greater than 1,800. And because this problem doesn't have a negative coefficient before the variable, like this is a positive, there are some scenarios where we would end up flipping this inequality sign. But because this is just a positive coefficient, I would solve this exactly like I solved this up here. Subtract 60, 8.4h is greater than 1740. Divide by 8 4/10, or $8.40. H is greater than 207 and 14/100ths. So he would have to work, if we're talking about the whole number of hours, it would be let's just use our decimal values. He needs to work greater than 207 hours and 14/100ths of an hour. He would need to work exactly 207 and 14/100ths of an hour. And to make less than 1,800, that would be if he works less than 207 and 14/100ths of an hour. And we saw, you see your work over here, we solved the inequalities exactly like you would solve the equation. The last thing it asks us to do is to do this on a number line. So if I were to show this on a number line, I would have just a number line here, and I'm just going to start this at like 205, 206, 207, 208, 209. And remember, going back to our question, he needs to work more than this amount. So I'm not going to say he could have exactly that amount. He needs more than that amount because it says he needs money for additional spending money. So we're going to go with the sign greater than. So if I'm showing greater than, I'm going to show that with an open circle at 207 and 1400ths. And if he needs to make greater than that amount, I'm going to shade to the right on my number line. And this is how I would show my solution on a graph. Any number that is to the right of 207 and 1400ths on the number line would be a solution for the number of hours that Benjamin needs to work. All right. Hopefully that helps, and thank you.